Have you ever felt like everything in your life fell apart in a moment? Like one phone call, one loss, one betrayal? And suddenly you're sitting in silence asking, God, where are you? If that question has ever left your lips, then you're not alone. There's a man in the Bible who asked the same question. His name was Joel, and his story teaches us how to worship in the wilderness and stand when life knocks us to our knees. Job wasn't a sinner who got what he deserved. The Bible says in Job 1:1, NKJV, there was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was blameless and upright, and one who feared God and shunned evil. He was a good man, a godly man. He had wealth, family, health, respect, and then he lost it all. In one day, yes, one day, Job lost his livestock, his business, his servants, his health, and his children. His whole life came crashing down like a storm. Imagine this happening today. Your company goes bankrupt, your bank account hits zero, your kids are taken, your spouse walks away, and your body breaks under disease. It's hard to even picture, but Job lived it. What did Job do after his world collapsed? Job 1:20-21 says, Then Job arose, tore his robe, and shaved his head, and he fell to the ground and worshipped. And he said, Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return there. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Wait, he worshipped. In his grief, in his heartbreak, with tears still fresh on his face, he worshipped. That's the kind of faith that shakes hell and honors heaven. That's the kind of worship God is looking for, not just when life is good, but when life is gut-wrenching. Now let's talk real. Some of you are in your own job season right now. You just lost a loved one. Your marriage is hanging by a thread. The doctor gave you news that knocked the wind out of you. Depression is sitting heavy on your chest every morning. You didn't sign up for this pain, but here you are. And the enemy wants you to believe that God has left you, that he doesn't care, that it's over. But hear me today, it's not over. God is still working behind the scenes in ways you cannot see. Job couldn't see it at the time, but his trial wasn't because God hated him. It was because God trusted him. One of the hardest parts of Job's story is the silence. For 37 chapters, God says nothing. Have you ever prayed and heard nothing? Have you worshiped and wondered, God, why won't you answer me? That's Job, and yet he stayed faithful. Job 13:15 says, Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. That's not surface-level faith. That's deep anchor in the storm faith. Sometimes the silence is in absence. It's preparation. It's in the silence that your character is forged, your roots go deeper, and your faith becomes real. The story doesn't end in ashes. Job 42:10 says, And the Lord restored Job's losses when he prayed for his friends. Indeed, the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. Double. Double the blessings, double the grace, double the restoration. But notice, it came after the pain, after the perseverance, after the prayer. Sometimes the breakdown comes before the breakthrough. So, what about you? Will you curse God, or will you cling to him? Will you give up, or will you grow through it? Will you walk away, or will you worship anyway? I don't know what you're facing today, but I do know this. God is faithful. He was with Job, and he is with you. Hebrews 13:5 says, I will never leave you nor forsake you, even when the world falls apart, even when the prayers go unanswered, even when the tears won't stop. God is still God. Job 23:10, NKJV, But he knows the way that I take. When he has tested me, I shall come forth as gold. You're not done. You're not finished. You're coming out of this fire, refined, restored, and radiant.